guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Allison. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe down below and also click that rainbow button so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video on my channel. So for today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys my deodorant choice, and if you guys click into this video, I believe you guys have the same struggle as I do, and after discovering this for about 10-15 years. So now that I can share with you guys some of my thoughts and also my reviews on the deodorant that it works for my body type. So without further ado, let's get started on today's video. So I want to give you guys a background of my body chemistry and my struggle before I start on today's video. So I want to say my body type, it's a little insecurity for me to share this, but I want to show you guys my body type because it has been struggle for me. And I do have very sweaty hand and feet, and it just comes into my body, like it comes into me. I think it was on my dad's side. It's like a family thing. It just passed on to me. And not only like sweaty hand and sweaty feet, but I do sweat a lot on my armpit. So when I was a teenager, I was so embarrassed because when I was a teenager, I have to wear a uniform to school, and all the time I just have this like wet mark on my armpits, and I was like kind of insecure. I don't want to like sweat a lot, but I can't help it with my body type. So that is like one of my insecurity during these teenager years. I mean, I still do have the issue, but not as bad as in my teenager years, because now that I'm older, not only sweating like I can deal with sweating because that's like it comes with my body and I can control how much I sweat. I mean, it's a good thing to sweat, but sweating a lot is not as good. But I would say I do sweat a lot more than a normal person. And also, not only sweat, I do have my body scent when I sweat. So I do realize I do have a little like above the average of my body chemistry, my scent that is heavier than normal girl. Like at least the girl that I know around me, they don't sweat as much, or they don't like create those like heaviest scents after they sweat. So it has been a really like struggle to me because it's kind of embarrassing for girls, first of all, to have that like body scent, and this is like one of my insecurities. So I've been like trying a lot of deodorant since I was like 12-15 years old. So when I was 15 years old, I discovered this brand which is Secret, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture here. And if I'm looking down, because I have my cheat sheet on my iPad. So the first one that I discovered and it works for me, and this is from the brand Secret, which is a Luxe Lavender with clear gel. So this one, it works so well for me, especially with the lavender scent. I try it in different scents, more like floral, pear scents. Those scents, it just makes it works with my body own scent that it create. So lavender, it works like a gem, and this one, it works well for me for about 3 years when I was in high school. So this one I always like purchase and repurchase again, but after 3 years I realized my body, it get used to the scent. So I kind of discovered my own body scent. It would get used to the deodorant if I continuously use it like in a long period of time. So this one, after 3 years, which is a very long time using a deodorant with the same brand, it doesn't work on me. But I have to say I do love it because of the scent. It's very fresh, and also it doesn't leave any white marks, because when you squeeze the bottle, it just comes out with a gel, and all you do is just apply it on the armpits. So it's very clear. It doesn't feel like it has a film on top, and it's just something that it works so well for me during my teenager years. But then moving on, I also try a lot of like drugstore brand. The first one I try, and because now that aluminum free deodorant is so hype in the industry, and because there's a lot of like study or research or people say that it works well for your body without aluminum, so I tried this brand from Homme, and I believe I got it from Amazon, and I just like have to return it right away because it just makes it a lot more worse. I feel like it feels like I didn't apply any deodorant on my body. So I do have to return it after a week of using it because it did nothing to me. And so I also moved on something else. I went to the Whole Food and I was looking at a deodorant, and I came across with this Every Man Jack deodorant. And I kind of realized if girls deodorant doesn't work for me, so I should try like using men deodorant because obviously it targets for men, and I'm sure my level of sweat and my scent would probably similar to men's hormones. So I went with this brand, and also it is aluminum free. So the first week of using it, I do like it, and the only reason I like it because of the scent. It's stronger than what I'm familiar with, and it works well for the first week, but it doesn't like control my sweat. It doesn't fully cover my scent. It does cover for the first 2 or 3 hours, but it kind of fade away. So I thought aluminum free is like the ingredient. It doesn't work with my body chemistry, and usually with like natural organic stuff, it doesn't work well in terms of on my body type because let's say if I'm using more natural shampoo, it doesn't work or last as long as like a drugstore shampoo because of the ingredients, because I do have very oily scalp. So that is something that my body is not liking it. It's not that I don't want to try out. And I do want to say I did try out using dry spray. I didn't use this specific brand, but I'll give you guys a picture of how it looks like. So you guys might know dry spray, it's like really hit in like, I would say the 20s. When I was young, dry spray is like the one to go, but I heard there's news that it gives you like breast cancer. It's not good for your body, so I stopped using it afterwards. So that is also something that I try out, and it doesn't work for my body type. So fast forward to now, I discovered this brand from Mario, and he's the Kim Kardashian makeup artist, and he did a video of his home tour, and in his bathroom he mentioned this deodorant, and he has a lot of backup, which is I'm sure it works for him, and obviously he's a guy, so I want to try it out myself to see if it works. So you can get this on Sephora, which is like comes in very handy to hunt down a deodorant. So this brand is from DONNA, KARAN, Cashmere Mist. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but I'm gonna look at a bigger picture here you guys can see. So this deodorant, I would say it works well for me. I did used it for about 2 months, and I feel like the scent of it works very nicely with my body chemistry. Like, you do have to imagine your own body chemistry scent mixed with the fragrance scent on the deodorant. That's like how your scent comes out. So I kind of imagine it myself, and I can tell that it mixes very well. But the only downside is it does leave you the white cast. So I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like on the inside. So if you guys doesn't want to see the inside what it looks like because it already applied it on me, then you guys can skip this part. But here, this is what on the inside looks like. This is like a very solid, like powdery stick formula is what it looks like, and I would say it's very like powdery. And the only downside is it does melt a little in the hot weather. So by meaning that I didn't put it underneath the sun, I put it actually in shade in my room, which is like the most like shade area in my house. It still melt because it was really hot in California. And this is what happened on the cap. It stick up some product, but I do have to say the downside of this is the white cast. So as you guys can see, it already melt down on the cap, so you guys can imagine it does give you those white marks. So if you're wearing like a tank top and a t-shirt, like a black t-shirt, it definitely left a little white marks. I would say it's not terrible, but it does a little. So that's the only downside of it. This is what it looks like. This is what I'm talking about. You can easily just pick up the powder, but it does blend very nicely. So you have to make sure every time you apply it, you do have to like work into it, make sure there's no little like marks on your armpits. It does smells like baby powder in a way. I would say if you like baby powder, I feel like this is like the scent for you. But then I realized I do have to change it up once in a while with deodorant. So I went with this brand, which is Old Spice, and this is the scent that I go with, Bearglove, Antiperspirant and Deodorant. So this one, it comes in the same formula, I would say. So this is what the inside looks like. Again, if you guys don't want to watch, you guys can skip this part. But you guys can tell I'm already almost done with this deodorant. You guys can see the bottom part. So I love this a lot more than the baby powder scent, because I'm not like really a fan of this, but I will say this is more like a classic scent. But with this one, I really like it have a stronger scent. It smells like the Old Spice shower gel. If you guys have someone that use it in your household, you guys know how it smells like. It smells really good. And I feel like this scent, it just cover up my own body scent, which is my main concern because I do have insecurity of my own body scent when I sweat. So this one, it really works well. But again, there's another downside of this product. This product is a lot harder to take off than the baby powder scent one. So this one, you do have to use scrub to scrub it off, because it will just leave a very nice film on your armpit. So with the texture of a film, I would say it does control my sweats. So my sweats were not coming out as much as I used to, and also the scent, it just covered up very nicely. So you guys can see that's why I've been loving this a lot. But the more that I use it, like washing it off in the shower takes time, and I just kind of realized it might just close up my pores on the armpits. I'm not sure is it, but it's just like the more that I use it, the more I think it into myself. But if you guys are struggling with sweat and struggling with scent, I will highly recommend this one if you guys don't mind to take it off roughly in the shower, because with that flimsy texture, I would say you do have to make sure to take it off like in the shower at nighttime before you go to sleep, because or else you just like having it close up your pores throughout the whole day, which is not good at all. So I would say this is the one that I would highly recommend if you guys are very intense with sweat and very like intense with your own body scent. And because I've been loving this a lot with this brand, so I want to explore more to the same brand. So I got this Old Spice Desperado. I don't know how you say the name, but this is the one that doesn't smell as strong as this, but it does have this very nice, like not too manly scent. I feel like this scent especially good for unisex because it kind of has that floral fresh scent. So I really like this scent. I highly recommend it, and I have been loving this a lot lately because if I'm staying home, I still use deodorant because again I do sweat a lot and I do have like my own body temperature comes out. So this is the one that I've been loving to use in the work from home time, or if I don't sweat like a lot. I would say this one is more like a daily basis, not for people who go to work out or not for people who are going to do a high intensity exercise, because I feel like my scent won't cover by this deodorant. So I would say this is like my everyday use if I'm just going to work. If I'm just going to have like lunch or dinner with my friends, this is the one to go with. And especially this one, it does come in this gel formula, which is very nice because it's very easy to blend in with in your armpits, and also it doesn't leave any white cast, and I don't find it hard to take it off in the shower at all because is in the gel formula. So I kind of do realize gel formula deodorant is easier to take off than having it solid formula. So this is like over the year I discover what works the best for me. But again, I would say this scent is a lot more unisex. Girls can use it compared to this scent. But one day I was like walking in Target. You know, every time you go into Target, you just told yourself you're gonna get 2 things, but you end up getting like more than 2 things. So that is like kind of days for me, and I discovered this brand. Again, this is the first brand that I used when I was a teenager. This is the brand in secret. So the only reason I purchased this is because I already know gel formula, it works for me. You guys can see it's just like the same one as the Old Spice. So they are the same formula. I feel like this texture gel formula solid gel formula, it works the best on me in my personal opinion, because it doesn't leave any white cast, and it's not hard to take off in the shower as well, and it's very easy to apply. So this one, it's like, it smells so good. But now that it comes out with this aluminum free deodorant in Honeydew, and I just have to give it a try, and I end up liking it a lot. It works so well. I would say it's kind of same with this brand, but it's just a different scent. So this one is more like a men's unisex kind of scent. It kind of have more of a heavy scent. I would say this is more like a light scent for the deodorant, but it does cover up very nicely. It does have that really like fresh, like fruity kind of scent in it, and in a way that it doesn't enhance my body chemistry scent, and also it combines very nicely. It kind of cover up my own scent, so which is what I like and what I'm looking for in a deodorant. And also this, you can get it in Target. So if you guys are looking for something that is aluminum free and also dye free and clear, which means the gel inside is dye free, and if you guys looking for something that is in this ingredient, I highly suggest using this one, because I finally find something that in the girls section it works for my body. And then last product, this is my ultimate favorite product. So I discovered this during the sale. I know like when the pandemic started, there's a lot of sale going on. So I saw this on the website, and it does give me like 15% off or 20% off. So I went with this Dior deodorant. And I have to say, it's so worth the price, because first of all, I think it does smells like the same, like the perfume that it comes with. I know it smells more like of a guy's side, but I actually don't mind, because I do use guys perfume sometimes. And I would say this one, I love it so much because it comes in this gel formula. It's similar to what I have shown you, but in like different color, and it's a lot more like solid, and I just love this a lot. Now that I realize my body chemistry, it does get used to one scent. If I stick with only one deodorant, that's just my body, how it works. I do realize when I change it up, it works a lot better with the deodorant. So now that I have a lot of deodorant, I just like switch it up between these three lately during the work from home, because they're easy to apply, and also I don't need like a very strong scent. But back to this Dior deodorant, why I think it worth your price, because at least for my body chemistry, it does really just cover up my own scent. Even though I have those like really stressful day, I sweat a lot, like talking in the public, I still like don't find my own scent comes out. So Dior deodorant is really worth the price for me in my own personal opinion, because I already tried out a lot of deodorant right here, and I finally find something it works for me. So out of all of this, I would say I really like this one just because of the scent that it can cover up very nicely. Even though I do sweat very badly with my own scent, you can still smell this Dior fragrance, which is like kind of like you using the perfume, but in a way you don't smell as strong as using a perfume, because you only apply on your armpits. So this is something that I love it so much. From the design, how luxe it looks, it does have this Dior logo on the top part, and the inside is like a gel formula. It's very easy to apply, but you do have to make sure you have to score it very down at the bottom once you put on the cap, because if not, then you would ruin the product on the cap. So this is my little trick. But this one, it just really helps with my scent. It doesn't control my sweat at all. I would say my sweat is just like a normal person, how I sweat on a daily basis, but it does control my scent, and it lasts very long throughout the day. So that is why I've been loving this one. And now that I come to the point, if you guys ask me, with all this deodorant that I've tried out, which one I would recommend you guys? First of all, it really depends on your budget. and also depends on your body chemistry. Do you need to switch up your deodorant once in a while like I do? With my body chemistry, I did find myself to work well with switching up with each deodorant. So if you need to switch up the deodorant once in a while, I would just go with this brand because it really affordable. You can find them in Target, and you just having 3 deodorant, it just lasts you for so long, to be honest. I would say if you guys have like a stronger scent, I would just go with this too, like from Old Spice. If you want something that is more girly, you don't need that much of the scent, I would say just go with the secret one. And I would say if you guys are looking into something that you can use it for a very long time and you don't need to switch it up once in a while, your body is fine with it, and you don't mind using a men's deodorant, I would say just go for the Dior deodorant because I know it's kind of more of a higher price, or you guys can wait for another Sephora sale. I believe they might have it in Sephora or they just took it out. I'm gonna link it down below so that you guys can check out. But this is something that if you just only need one deodorant and you are looking for something that it cover up your own scent, then just go with this Dior deodorant because it works the best, even though I would say I do have stronger scent, but it works well for my body chemistry, my own scent, and it lasts very long for the scent. It just lasts me throughout the whole day. So again, if you need only one deodorant, I would just go with the Dior if you don't need to switch it up, because it really just worth the price. Okay, so that is all for today's video, and I have to say this is just something that it works for my body type with my body history and background. So if you guys are similar to it, you guys can take it as a reference. But again, I don't have like a full study on this, and this is just something that I want to share with you guys from my experience since I was a teenager. So this is something that I have discovered throughout 10 years of my life, and I finally find something that it works for my body type and something that it works for my own scent. So again, this is just your own reference on the video. It might work for me, but it doesn't work for you because we have different body chemistry and body type. And I just share with you guys my experience since I have like struggling this for 10 years and I don't see much people talk about it on like YouTube or any social media platform. So if you guys find this helpful, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up for me to support your girl, and also subscribe down below. It really helps me a lot. And also if you have any recommendation, if you guys have a similar background history, like body history as I do, don't forget to leave a comment down below to share with this community, because a lot of people I know is struggling on finding the right deodorant for yourself. So for some reason my camera just stopped recording, but basically I just want you guys to leave a comment down below what works the best for you on the deodorant. Just share with us in the community. And also I want to quickly show you guys the link. I'm gonna leave it in the description bar below. This is a video that it explains why your body is creating those scents because of what you eat. It really affects it. So it really just gives me a very nice overview and knowledge on why my body is creating those odor. So I hope you guys like this video and find it helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
My old lovers fall into my covers where they sink one by one. Yeah, I watch